All right, good morning, traders. Today is March 25th, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in podcast land, cyber land, digital land, everybody. Thank you for finding the value in my content. Appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you to all my members. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here with you. All right, so my SPY pivot this morning, 572.70. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five still in daily downtrends. All except FNGA made higher highs, higher lows, closing over bullish traps and over their falling 17 EMAs. Okay, FNGA made a higher high and a higher low just like the others, closing over a bullish cross but under the 17 EMA. SPY closed with a 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. Gold and silver both in daily uptrends. Silver made an inside day, closing under a bearish cross under the 17. Gold also made an inside day, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17. USO still in a daily uptrend, made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap. And over the flat 17 EMA, UNG made lower high and a lower low, closing below a bearish trap under the flat 17. US dollar index still in a downtrend. We love that. 104.31, that's where it closed. Max pain for today, 572 with a put to call ratio, 1.5 puts to each call. That expires today at 4:15. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, here we are with SPY on the 10-minute chart. This green or blue line you see right up there, okay, that is the all-time high anchored VWAP. If price is above that, that is a bullish environment. All right, so if we get over this and we hold over this falling all-time high anchored VWAP, that would be a bullish event right there. Okay, so just saying. All right, so we left off with a 10-minute uptrend yesterday into the close. We're looking for continuation of that uptrend. That means a green candle, no red candles, a green candle, okay, preferably no topping wick candles, no spinning tops, no dojis, all right? Dojis have equal tail and wick, kind of signifying that bulls and bears agree. The same thing goes for the spinning tops. Topping wick shows me that bears had more control than bulls. All right, so I'm looking for a green candle, not just any green candle, something specific that shows me bulls are in control and bulls are pushing the price up. So there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. All right, let's go take a look at the game plan. You can see if we get price up over 574.80, that would be a bullish entry right up there. SPY pivot today, 572.70. Pull this down a little bit. 572.70. Okay, and then you can see where we had a bullish open gap here. If they come back and they get underneath where the body of this candle is, I'm looking for possible gap fill all the way back down to 564. So first entry there below 570.70. So below 570.70 would be a bearish entry on the downside. So there's SPY. On the game plan, let's take a look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart, we have a 2-hour uptrend. You can see the price candles up here, okay, well above the 3 EMA, that's the yellow line. See how it's crossed up over? That's the faster moving average, crossed up over the 8 EMA. That's the white line here. All three of them over rising 17 here. So 2-hour uptrend, 10-minute uptrend. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart, we're still in a downtrend. We did make a higher low here and a higher high. Technically, it could have been an uptrend, but got to really kind of break a higher high up here, all right? We'll see what happens, all right? We do have a higher low here and a higher high. All right, but there's SPY on the daily chart. You can see price action, higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap, over the 17 EMA, okay, just underneath this all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Okay, if we can get up there and hold for 3 or 4 days, all right, that would be a bullish environment. All right, that's what we're looking for, okay? Price action, let's take a look at the pre-market. Okay, in the pre-market, pick up a clean one. All right, you can see price consolidates over to the right, okay? Anytime price moves up, okay, price moves up and holds the higher ground, that is a bullish environment. All right, if we get consolidation, okay, up here over prior consolidation, that is also a bullish environment. So if you see price consolidating up here, that would also signify a bullish environment. So we go through the morning and we look for the clues, all right? So we look at everything that's going on, okay? So here's a clue, bullish gap, okay? That shows me bulls have control or bears didn't have enough control to push price back down. All right, so that's one thing. Price moves up, holds the higher ground. That's a bullish event. We got price breaking out of the consolidation. Okay, that's a bullish event. Okay, if price gets up there and consolidates over prior consolidation, that would be a bullish environment. All right, so if it's a bullish environment, we're probably going to look for pullbacks to go long, or we're going to look for breakouts to go long, either one. So there's SPY on the 15-minute with the pre-market on. I'm going to take that off. All right, so we're looking for a continuation of that 10-minute trend we saw earlier. All right, let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, QQQ had a 10-minute uptrend going into the close. Take a look at the game plan. Game plan for QQQ. Right here. Price over 491. That's a bullish entry. Price pivot 489.10. Okay. Bearish entry. Again, underneath this candle right here. First 10-minute candle. All right. Underneath 487. That's my bearish entry for a gap fill down here. All right. I like in SPY options and QQQ options, I like Friday expiration options. All right. So that's going to be 3 days till expiration or 10 days till expiration. I like them $2 to $5 out of the money. I got a small account, so I want to be able to, with a small account, I want to be able to buy more options. All right. So I like them $2 to $5 out of the money. It's less risk. All right. And they're cheaper for me. All right. So I like them $2 to $5 out of the money. Risk could also be determined as how many you buy. Okay. If I buy 200, all right, and they're $2 to $5 out of the money, if I got less risk, probably not. All right. But I'm just saying, if you use your normal risk allotment, all right, $2 to $5 out of the money, as opposed to at the money or in the money, are going to be much less expensive. All right, right there. So there's QQQ game plan for this morning. Again, price up over 491. That's my bullish entry. Let's look at QQQ on the daily chart. Pick up a clean one here. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish cross, bullish trap right there. Closing over the falling 17 EMA. Okay, price action right there. Down in quadrant 3. All right, so just neutral down here. SPY, okay, down in quadrant 3, just neutral here. Now, if they happen to climb into the upper third up here, okay, that's going to be bullish. All right, we'll see what they can do. There's SPY on the daily chart. Let's take a look at IWM. All right, IWM, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap. over the falling 17 EMA. Still down here in quadrant 1, actually possibly quadrant 2. In the lower third, that's still bearish, IWM. IWM underneath this pink line, that's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Underneath the gold diagonal line, that's an uptrend line. So we're underneath the uptrend line, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. We're in the lower third. We're underneath the midpoint. Okay, so that's going to be bearish down there. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow got a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap, over the falling 17 EMA there. Okay, closing under the pink line, that's the all-time high anchored VWAP. Under the gold line, that's the uptrend line. Okay, closing in quadrant 3, but not in the upper third. All right, so it's just neutral right there. So there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at FNGA. All right, FNGA, price action, same as the others, higher low, higher high. Closing over the bullish trap, excuse me. But closing under the falling 17 as opposed to over the falling 17 like the other ones did. So FNGA right here. Price action breaking out of this 3/4, looks like a 6-day base right through here. Okay, price action on the daily chart. Okay, still in a downtrend. Price action is, again, closing underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line. Closing underneath this diagonal gold and green line. That's the uptrend line. Okay, closing underneath that. Closing underneath the midpoint here. No longer in the lower third. All right, so this is just neutral right here. You move up, you give it up, that's neutral. You move down, you give it up, that's also neutral. So we're in neutral territory. So I think all of them are in neutral territory. All have displayed signs of a bearish flag in some sort of fashion. This is a bear flag right through here. Okay, let's take a look at SPY. Okay, this is a bear flag through here. All right, QQQ. That is a bear flag. And Diamond Dow, another bear flag. All right. If they could probably make it back up to the uptrend line or over the all-time high anchored VWAPs, that would be huge. We'll see what happens. So there's Diamond Dow on the daily chart. Let's take a look at our technicals. T2122. Okay, so the bulls threw us out of, all right, the sell zone yesterday. Okay, you can see we went airborne over the seller's chop zone, over the midpoint. Okay, airborne all the way over the buyer's chop zone, landing in the buy zone and chomping around all day inside the buy zone with a bull flag. Price moves up and moves to the right. Okay, there's T2122. T2123, 15-minute chart. We got a bullish gap. We filled the bearish gap from the day before. See the bearish gap? That's the space between the price action candles and the candle we left off from. Okay, so we filled the bearish gap, produced a bullish gap, and consolidated mainly over prior consolidation and over this falling 200 SMA. All right, if you zoom out, we still have a hockey stick. Okay, we still have a bear flag. All right, today I'm looking for in the SPY the possibility of a 15 or a 30-minute downtrend to buy some puts because we are at the all-time high anchored VWAP in the SPY currently. Let's take a look at the 3-bar chart for T2123. Again, you can see price moves down and over to the right. That's a hockey stick. It's nothing like this V bottom that we had here. Okay, see the nice V bottom? Price comes down and bounces back up. All right, we're not doing that, okay? That would be nice if we did that. We're not doing that. That's T2123. Again, 3 more red candle bars closing underneath 2 of the prior all-time highs. That's these 2 green lines here. and this all-time high up here, and under this fading 200 SMA. All right, you can see price moving down and over to the right. There's T2123. FNGA. All right, nice bullish gap that never got filled. Love that. Price moves up, all right, in a 1, 2, 3 fashion. All right, let's go through to this in 1, 2, 3 fashion. Okay, price igniting move up. Okay, and then we consolidate over to the right. Okay, consolidate over to the right. All right, and then we have a breakout to the upside after the consolidation. All right, that's a 1, 2, 3. So igniting move up. All right, igniting move up, consolidate to the right, and then a breakout for continuation of the move. All right, that's the 1, 2, 3, or the ABC, whichever one you want to call it. So there's FNGA. Price action for FNGA, see nice bullish gap. All right, hold the higher ground. That's a bullish environment right there. All right, up over the hooking 200 SMA, that's bullish. Consolidation over prior consolidation. There's a clue right there. Okay, got all this consolidation here, and we got consolidation above it. That is a bullish environment. All right, so there's FNGA on the 15-minute chart. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. Start off with XLE. Let me zoom out a little bit here. All right, XLE putting in a bull flag like that in the upper third. That's bullish. Price action, you can see right here. Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap, over the rising 17, making a higher high. That's an uptrend. Up here in the upper third, that's bullish. XLE over downtrend line 1, over downtrend line 2, over this 12-month high anchored VWAP. Okay, everything looking bullish for XLE. Nice. They're holding it for more than 1 or 2 days. See, before they get up there and then they give it up. They go up and they give it up. They go up and they give it up. Okay, see this? This is nice. Price is moving up and holding that higher ground. That is a bullish environment right there. Okay, USO. Okay, this is petroleum crude oil. Nice work here. Higher low, higher high. Okay, closing over this 3-year high anchored VWAP. Okay, that's the post-COVID high right up there. That's the COVID relief rally. Okay, so there is the pink line. That's a 3-year high anchored VWAP. We're closing above it. That's bullish. Closing above the uptrend line. That's bullish. Okay, closing over the flat 17. That's bullish. Closing over the trap. That's bullish. Okay, just neutral though right here. If we can climb into this upper third, that would be really nice. That would be considered bullish. Right now, price action, making little micro higher highs and higher lows. Right now, see, you got a nice higher high right there. Okay, so USO showing a bear flag on the bigger picture. So moving up. This looks like a relief rally in the bear flag. We'll see. If they can start making some higher highs, these are just micro higher highs and higher lows. Probably found easier on the 30-minute chart. But on the daily chart, we're still in a down. Well, we're still, I'll call it an uptrend because we made a higher high than this high right here. All right, so we're in an uptrend now. All right, sorry, no more bear flag. It is showing a bear flag, but we're going to call it an uptrend because we made a higher high right here. Okay, there's a high over the 17, and we made a higher high. Okay, so USO now in an uptrend, but still neutral right here at the midpoint. Let's take a look at high flyer UNG. UNG, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17. Still in the upper third, that is bullish. UNG, I'm going to say if UNG breaks this low, that's going to be a downtrend. This low right here. All right, we'll see what happens. Okay, so there's UNG on the daily chart. Still over this 12-month high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line, still over the gold line. That is the uptrend line. Okay, still over the midpoint. Still in the upper third, so that's still bullish up there, UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals. Okay, high flyer gold right here. Got an inside day closing under the all-time high anchored VWAP, closing inside the bullish trap, but over the rising 17. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. SLV. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing underneath a bearish cross, underneath the rising 17 EMA, still in the upper third or quadrant 4. That's bullish up there over this 12-year high anchored VWAP. Okay, making higher lows and higher highs. That's still bullish in an uptrend. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH, higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap. Now in an uptrend, but not very bullish, not very convincing, okay? Right here, here's a low, all right? So they got a low, here's some highs, they made a higher high. So SMH in a daily uptrend, closing over the bullish trap, okay? Closing underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's the pink line, closing underneath the midpoint right here. So they were in a downtrend and bearish down here in the lower third. They're no longer in the lower third. So they move down, they give it up, that's neutral. They move up, they give it up, that's neutral. Okay, so there's SMH on the daily chart. Okay, just neutral right here and now in an uptrend. That's nice to see. XLK, so here's the cousin to SMH. Got a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over this falling 17, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line. The 17 is these red dots right through here. See how we're closing above the falling 17 EMA, closing above the uptrend line. All right, so that's bullish, making a higher low and a higher high here, almost starting an uptrend right there. If we'd had one more break, if this would have broke up over that 17, we could have likely called that an uptrend. So on the daily chart, not quite an uptrend yet, but I'm sure on the 1-hour chart, that's an uptrend. All right, so there's XLK Technology, just neutral here at the midpoint. If we zoom out, you can see it was just still neutral right through there. Let's take a look at XLF. Okay, XLF, higher low, higher high, closing over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, up here in quadrant 4, over the flat 17, over the bullish trap. Up here in quadrant 4, that's bullish. All right, let's take a look at IYT. This is our last one. Then we'll visit the economic package. Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish cross, closing under the falling 17. Okay, no longer in the lower third. Okay, so just neutral right here for IYT. Still showing a bear flag. All right. A lot of them still showing a bear flag with a 1-candle breakout. So if we can get some follow through to all those bear flags with 1-candle breakouts, all right, that would be a bullish environment. All right, we'll see what happens. All of them got like bear flags with 1-candle breakouts. All right, so we'll see what happens. Just 1 candle. 1 candle does not make a trend. 1 candle is a mistake sometimes. All right, so it's what happens today. All right, do we get follow through on that, or do we get a doji or a spinning top? That'll be interesting. What kind of candle they print today? Okay, we really don't want to see a doji or a spinning top because that kind of signifies the bullish move might be coming to an end. All right, on all these bear flags with 1-candle breakouts. On the indices and on the sectors, you'll notice, I'll go through them all real quick and you'll see they all kind of show a bear flag, except for XLF. All right, a bear flag with a 1-candle breakout. So there's IYT, SPY. Okay, see the bear flag with a 1-candle breakout. Okay, QQQ. Again, bear flag with a 1-candle breakout. Okay, so It's critical what happens today. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, one candle don't make a trend. Okay, that's not the right one. Okay, a bear flag with a one candle breakout. Okay, see what I'm saying? Bear flag, one candle breakout. Okay, so okay, bear flag. Well, this one's kind of, that's looking real good there. I like that. But that is a bear flag with a one candle breakout. Okay, and you can see XLF is not a bear flag with a one candle breakout. Okay. All right, let's go take a look at the economic package. So it's critical what happens today. All right, do we put in spinning tops and dojis, or do we actually get some bona fide follow through to yesterday's price movement? All right, we'll see what happens. Here's XLF. Let's go visit the economic package. All right, we got a Max Pain that's working today. Let's go visit it before they screw it up. Max Pain for today, 572 with put to call ratio, 1.5 puts to each call that expires today at 4:15. All right, 572 is the Max Pain. Possible put squeeze on the table, 1.5 puts to each call. We'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar still in a downtrend, putting in lower highs and lower lows. Price action, still trying to break this low right here. All right, we've broke through minor support. That's this peak there and a peak there. Okay, price action coming back through this valley low right here. That would be important to get underneath that. Price action, you can see right here, still holding a bear flag. Over to the right here. Like to break this low though, okay? Like to get under there and hold for 3 or 4 days. We'll see what happens. There's the US dollar index. We like a downtrend, all right? The downtrend signifies a weaker dollar. Weaker dollar is good for the markets because it makes our goods and services more competitive overseas, all right? So there's the dollar. Let's take a look at earnings. It's not the one I wanted. While that cranks up, let's go look at the economic calendar. Oh, here's earnings. Okay, today, some familiar names. McCormick, all right, GameStop, Core and Main, Smithfield, okay. A lot of familiar names, Rumble, but nothing here that's going to move the markets. Okay. Again, more familiar names tomorrow. Cintas, Paychex, Chewy, Dollar Tree. Okay, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Thursday, that's the main event day. GDP comes out then. Okay, more familiar names. Lululemon, Walgreens. All right. All right, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Fridays. All right, more familiar names, but nothing to move the markets. Monday. Again, more familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Okay, so this, as far as the earnings go, should be no disruption from earnings calendar. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. All right, today we got FHFA Home Price Index, 9 o'clock. John Williams speaks. Consumer confidence at 10. New home sales at 10. Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index, 10. All right. And that's a light day today. All right. Tomorrow, MBA mortgage applications at 7. Durable goods at 8:30. Petroleum report at 10:30. And light day on Wednesday. That's tomorrow. The main event is GDP, 8:30 on Thursday. All right. And after that comes, alongside of that, international trade goods and services. All right, 8:30, jobless claims, 8:30, corporate profits, 8:30. All right, retail inventories, 8:30. Wholesale inventories, 8:30. A lot of data coming out at 8:30 on Thursday. Pending home sales at 10. gas report at 10. And on Friday, we got personal income and outlays at 8:30, consumer sentiment at 10, a rig count at 1, and that's it for the week. All right, I'll see you guys in about 40 minutes, and we'll kick off the markets. All right, let me get this rendered. If you got some questions, go ahead and post them up in there.